Hey there, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Angela of GrassfedMama, where I help moms ditch the sugar and start living their best life. So today we are going to talk about 3 tips to help you ease into eating less sugar, more low carb, and how you can actually feel better with just some simple swaps into your day. Let's dive in. So if you've been following along, I've been sharing a lot of healthy recipes that are low carb, keto friendly, which is the way I like to eat. And I discovered this way of eating when I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes with my first pregnancy. Now, at that point in my life, I thought I was like the healthiest eater. I was eating so much, like more plant-based, less meat, low fat. I thought I was so healthy. And from the outside, I was very thin. I was working out 5 days a week for an hour. I was doing spin class. I was doing weightlifting. And from the outside, I looked so healthy. But what I didn't realize is I was having serious blood sugar issues, and it didn't really manifest until I was pregnant. I had a really rough pregnancy in the sense of like lots of morning sickness, lots of nausea. What I didn't realize is whenever I was going into that 28 week appointment to do that blood glucose test, that I was going to soon find out that I was having blood sugar problems and that I had failed the test. So I remember sitting at my dining room table and just crying for probably 2 weeks in a row. I didn't know what to eat. I was still having a lot of food aversions with my pregnancy and everything. And so foods that, were on my list that like you can eat, I was like, oh my gosh, those are gonna make me throw up. And I was just having so much problems. But thankfully I had a great support team. My husband, my midwife, they were surrounding me and helping me make the transition to help me, fuel my body the right way throughout pregnancy so that I could manage my blood sugar. And honestly, I realized that with just some key understandings, it didn't even have to be hard. And so after I had my baby, especially after my second baby, I realized I was able to eat low carb throughout my whole pregnancy, and it was so simple. And then after she was born, I honestly just tried to stay, low carb and eating that way. And I was able to lose the baby weight pretty easily because of that. And the most benefit, I will say, is that if you compare to how I felt before, when I thought I was healthy, whenever I was working out, I was waking up, I was going to the gym for an hour, and there were just some different key differences in the way that I felt. I always had an afternoon crash. I always craved sweets, even if it was bananas and grapes and things like that. I just wanted sugary things. After I would eat a meal, I would want to end it with dessert. And this was just every single day. And what I realized is whenever I actually focused on healthy fats and eating moderate amount of protein, that I didn't have those cravings anymore, and that my body actually was being fueled and satisfied. And then I also was supplementing with whole food vitamins to help with some of the nutrients and everything. That I think it is another reason why a lot of us deal with cravings, is because our body actually is trying to tell us that we're missing key nutrients. And so I started supplementing, and there were just a lot of things that I learned. And now what I want to share are healthy tips to help you. So if you're thinking, I want to start eating less sugar, I want to finally have control over my cravings, and I'm not saying that I eat perfectly 100% of the time, but I make the choice, and I feel like I have control over my cravings, where before I feel like I was out of control. Like if there was a plate of brownies, a friend made brownies for us or whatever, I would eat 6 of them because I was just out of control. My sugar cravings ruled my day and ruled my life. And when I finally broke free, I could make the choice. Sure, let's have one brownie. But then I also know I might, have a sugar crash later. I might not feel good because of this, but I understand that saying that you want to eat low sugar means that you aren't giving it up completely, but understanding how your body works and understanding what you eat can actually affect the way that you feel and your energy and everything gives you a lot of control. And I like that. I like understanding okay, whenever I start my day this way, I actually feel so much better. And that's something I can make the decision, to eat this way or to start my day this way. So we're gonna get into some key ways to help you ease into it so it's not so crazy and you're not crying at the dining room table like I did. My number one tip is start with 1 meal a day. And you may think like, well, but if this is such a lifestyle change, if I'm just changing 1 meal a day, is that really gonna make a difference? It's the easiest way to do it without getting overwhelmed, because so many people, this is what I see, a lot of people get overwhelmed. And whenever we're overwhelmed, we do nothing. And so if you can say, okay, I can do 1 meal a day for a whole week, you can check that meal off. You can feel successful. You can probably feel results too. You might even lose some weight. But I think the easiest meal to switch is breakfast, because you can have eggs, sausage, bacon. You can have like a nice sized breakfast. And then you might not even want to eat a big lunch or a big dinner. And so you start your day off with healthy fats and some protein. I always drink my bulletproof keto coffee in the morning. And so that's a way that I start my day off the right way. And so that's something that I always recommend to people, is just say, let's start with 1 meal a day and we'll switch that and see how you feel. Do you have more energy? Do you have better balance of your mood swings, your energy levels, your cravings? And then we can move into more meals a day. Now, the second thing I would say is to go through your pantry. And yes, I know that, some of this is bad habits, like maybe for us, whenever we decided to change our lifestyle, we threw out 80% of our pantry, because at that point, this was well before I had gestational diabetes, well before that. I was having some health issues, and it was recommended to me to go kind of whole foods, back to nature. So we went through our pantry and threw out everything that had more than 5 ingredients, I think, and then we just started over from scratch. So I do believe that sometimes we do need to have, just to go through our pantry and be like, okay, this is a trigger food for me. And foods like that, I don't think that you should have in your pantry if you feel like they have more control over you. And that's just a personal thing. Some people don't have foods like that. But if you have a food that you're like, okay, once I eat that one Oreo, I eat the whole sleeve. Once I eat that one chip, I eat the whole bag. Those are foods I probably just wouldn't have in your house for a period of time. And then yes, of course, whenever you feel like, okay, I think I can do this, because I think moderation is great. Like if I'm going to go out to eat, then I'm going to have some things that might not be low carb, but I know that it's 80-20. I know that 80% of the time I'm at home and I eat at home. So that can be just a personal thing, but that's my recommendation. And if you need my keto grocery list, it is going to be in the description below. So you can grab that and fill your pantry with foods that you can feel good about, and to fuel your body the right way with healthy fats, moderate protein, and low carb. Now, the third thing, and I say this a lot, but it's true. The third thing is to drink more water. And a lot of us don't realize, I think it's 70-something% of us are walking around dehydrated. I feel I get more dehydrated in the winter months because I'm not as hot and outside, and I don't feel like, oh, I need to drink something to cool off. And so I feel like I have to remind myself, okay, we need to drink throughout the day. We got to drink some more, and that may not be something that comes natural to you. And so if that's you, then you may want to, go get a really fun water bottle so you can keep track of how much water you're drinking every day, but make sure that you're drinking half your body weight in ounces every single day. That is just the recommendation to stay healthy. It helps your body flush out what it doesn't need to be hanging around. And the thing is that whenever you eat low carbs, your body actually uses less, you're gonna lose some water weight at first because your body uses less water whenever you're eating low carb, because your body uses water to actually digest carbs. But if you're not eating those carbs, it doesn't need that much water, and you may lose some like inflammation and things like that. There's some really good things that can happen when you eat low carb, but you gotta drink some water to help your body get rid of some of that extra stuff that's hanging around. But another thing that you may feel, and this is why a lot of people don't last on low carb keto diets, is because in that first 1 to 2 weeks, whenever they are eating less carbs and their body may be shedding some extra water that it's hanging on to, You may also lose some electrolytes. This is nothing to be scared of. That usually is what causes the keto flu or different things like that. So something that I like to supplement with is just electrolytes. It helps refuel your body with electrolytes. If you're feeling like muscle cramps or you're feeling like low energy, fatigue, you're just feeling sleepy, or you're feeling like you're getting the flu, then you probably need electrolytes. And there are natural places that you can get electrolytes. You don't have to supplement, but some of it is like pickle juice and things like that, where it's so much easier to drink a drink that has electrolytes in it. So that's something that you're interested in. It's part of my keto starter kit, so that you can get the coffee I mentioned to start your day the right way. You can drink your electrolytes, and you can get those whole food vitamins and minerals so that you know that your body is getting what it needs. Honestly, I feel like it's the easiest way to start a low carb or keto diet is with that starter kit. And included in that kit, you get my keto grocery list, you get recipes, you get everything you need to get started. And so I would recommend starting with that. It's inside the description below. And so that's the easiest way to ease into low carb, is to get that keto starter kit. But obviously, the thing is just decide that you're ready to make a change. Say, yes, I want to feel better. I want to have more energy. I want to eat less sugar, and know that you're not alone. Make sure that you hit the like button and the subscribe with a little bell so that you don't miss a video.